Hello everybody, this is Grant, also known as the Collector75, and welcome to another Transformers third party review. This time I am doing, I think it's my first Iron Factory actually review. There is a couple of reasons behind that. I'll come to that in a minute. Yeah, so this is Iron Factory Lord Scorpion Dark Matter IF-18D, or if you will, it's their take on a kind of a Legends or Scout sized Black ZARAK, and I really love this figure. This is a gorgeous figure. Yeah, so let's get back to why this is my first Iron Factory figure. I've actually, well, I think if you've been following my channel long enough, is the fact that usually I wait for, is it Mechs Fans Toys or a couple of the others that do the knockoffs of these guys, and they usually oversize them ever so slightly. And for me, that actually makes them fit in with my line that I'm trying to build up slightly better than the Iron Factory, plus they're a hell of a lot cheaper. But as far as I know, they haven't knocked this guy off yet, and I actually like the size of this one. There are a few exceptions to my rule, like this figure, that I'd rather get the official one of, but they're just so pricey, it's a bit crazy. But saying that, this is a great figure. I love it. It is great. I can't remember where I got this one from, actually. But it is just phenomenal. I can't say how much I really like it. It's yeah, it's great. Now, the best thing about it, though, it doesn't have any gold plastic like the actual real G1 Black ZARAK, obviously. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it, other than the fact that it's really cool. It comes with this ever so tiny little headmaster. I don't know if we're going to be able to get it to zoom in. I'll give it a go. Hold on. Is it going to have it? Get on there. Will it do it? It sort of wants to. Let's go a bit back. No, he's just too tiny. He's too tiny. He's not going to have it, is he? It's trying. It's, oh no, there we go. There we are. That's not too bad. So that is the ever so tiny. He's absolutely titchy. And he's the most smallest Black ZARAK, little headmaster that I've seen. And let me just make sure I've got the autofocus thing working. Yeah, so he's a very tiny little headmaster that he comes with. We're going to pop him over there before I lose him. And now we're going to have a look at the actual base mode. And it's brilliant. I love it. It's got the guns. It doesn't have like the little ramp and sort of like crane, whatever on a side. But to be honest, whoever used them when I was a kid, really, he was always an offensive battle platform. So, yeah, I can forgive that they haven't included that on this, but it's great. It's got lots of red translucent plastic everywhere, and guns galore. You can't beat it, really. You cannot beat it. It holds together well. Use all the little scorpion legs on the bottom here to give it some stability. That doesn't actually tab in, a bit annoying, but all the joints are so stiff, it's not too bad. So anyway, so yeah, it gives it some great stability. It stands well, or sits well, whatever you want to call it, in base mode, and just looks impressive. Now then, if you remember the cartoon Master Force, I think Black ZARAK was actually a lot smaller than Scorponok, or Mega ZARAK, if you will. So I think this size for him fits quite well. So, I mean, I don't think the base mode ever showed up in that cartoon. I think he mainly just had his Scorpion and robot mode, I can't remember. But anyway, we'll come to some size comparisons in a minute. Now, I just found this actually, and I thought it'd be quite a nice thing. I do have this KOG1 miniature Fortress Maximus, and I thought that'd be great putting him next door to him. And that looks pretty cool to me. I just like it. I think this is, I can't remember what there's about. I'm sure there's two KOs of this. You can get one that's slightly bigger than the other. I can't remember which one this one is. If I'm honest, if this was the smaller one, you should get the little large one. I think that would scale a little better with this guy. But it's just fun just putting them next door to each other like that. I want to get the Scorponok version of this, but again, I just haven't got the money, and it's a bit pricey. So there we go. Anyway, right, so let's get rid of him now. Ow, I just knocked my light down. There we go. Anyway, so here we are. Right, so what we're going to do next, we are going to transform it. Why not? You know, it's a transformer after all. Now then, where do I start? Now, I put it into the hardest mode to get it into, hopefully, in the vain hope that getting it into another mode might be a bit easier. But we'll see about that. I thought this would actually close up, really. And sit somewhere. Wouldn't that be easier? Let me just have a look on now. No, I'll definitely have it in the right configuration. It's a bit weird. Anyway, I'm digressing there. Right, so let's just start with the easiest thing. Let's get all these legs into some sort of position down here. Right, let's bring them ones down, bring them ones out and round. Now, from what I remember, the instructions tell me to actually fold this out. I'll put that down. And then this goes under here somewhere. So we'll do that in a minute. We'll get all the legs out. Then this wants to come out and around. And we're going to use this. I can't remember which way. This might back rotate, actually. There we go. So that's probably going to be that. Now then, I want to start rotating some of this. Like so. I think that joins there, doesn't it? I think. Or hinges there, rather. And then I want to rotate that way. This is annoying. Like, the joints are so tight. Right, so you bring that down there and rotate that around. And that gives you them. And then you want to rotate these this way to give him his scorpion-esque look. Is that right? Something like that. I thought it would look better the other way, but there we go. Because now he's got screws on top. That's a bit weird. Anyway, take these bits off now. Open these up. Get these guns. You can actually angle these guns as well. They're hinged on there, which is pretty cool. We want that one flat, really. Let me aim that one just under his arms, just under there. That one can go up there. Bring these around like so. Then we're going to come to the back end. I think this bit just hinges here and rotates all the way around and just hangs around here somewhere like so. Probably just around that. Oh dear, these do get fiddly. Do you know what? I bought this a while ago, and this is the only reason I haven't actually reviewed this yet, is because he's so bloody fiddly trying to do it. The joints are just so tight. It is a bit of a nightmare, really. Anyway, right, so we're going to face those forward like so. Get me there. All right, so then this comes up around here somewhere. So that probably goes flat like that. Bring this around. And that must hinge here somewhere. Right, so I consulted my technical manual, which was the instructions, which don't give too much away, and the back of the box. And it really sort of just says you just prop it up against it. There's nothing that seems to tab in as far as I can see. But because the joints are so stiff, it does stay there pretty well. But don't try and move it too much. Otherwise, you will just move all these bits out of the way, which is a bit annoying. But still, like saying that, like I said, the joints are all super tight, so you don't really get too much of that. Anyway, right, so then once you're basically here now, so what we can do is start angling out. Now, these legs are got so many pivot joints, which is really good. You just start like moving stuff around, try and make sure you can get them all out. Why is that one not moving out? Seems to be trapped in there, so we'll just sort of bring this one out like that. So, and bring all these out and around. Just to give them, you know, a nice even spread look, if you can. And then now, like it says, to bung this under here, so we're going to tab that under there. I've got a feeling that is probably so it stands easier. And then we're going to take these and stick them somewhere. Here, maybe, like that. Just where you'd want it. I'd rather stick them up here, to be fair. I think that looks a bit better, but then again, it don't really tap into that one very well. Especially so you stick them there then. It's a bit odd, isn't it? That one don't go in. I'm using that all there, that's why. Sorry about this, guys. There we go. So that one just tab in there like that. And there we go. Oh, that one's come on loose now. Make sure we stick that back on. Get you near, you bastard. Right, so there we go. All guns are in. And there he is in his scorpion mode. Now, like I said, you can angle the arms around, you can raise them up and everything. And that looks pretty good. In scorpion mode there, I do like it. You can open up the little claws and everything. We have some extra articulation just on these front tips of the claws. And providing you've got a bit more time, you can do a lot with these legs. You can bring them down and prop him up a bit more, and then straighten these up and everything, and you get a half decent looking Scorpion. If you want my opinion, that looks pretty good. Anyway, let's not forget about our little Headmaster. We'll come back to him in a minute. Yeah, he's pretty good in this mode. Again, he's got all the same guns. You can angle these ones out, I suppose, if you wanted to. But that is pretty good. I really do like it. It's not too shabby, as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's transform this guy into robot mode. Right, okay, so let's transform into robot mode. Now, this should be a bit more easier. Let's start down here. Let's take that off. We're going to rotate this around. Now, I do know that if we get all these out of the way, this rotates around first, because I remember doing that when I transformed him originally into base mode. So that's always a winner, as far as I'm concerned. If you can start somewhere where you know where the hell you are. Right, so what we're going to do now is bring that back down around. Or does that go in there? I can't remember. But one of these. Oh no, hang on. I think this rotates around first. Right, so that might now go in there. Oh, this gets a bit confusing, doesn't it? Oh, come out. Right, that's it. There we go. So that collapses back round. And there we go. That sort of stays on his back like so. Or something like that. Right, then these legs just sort of like, you can just accordion them down and put them against his back like so. And do the same with these ones around here. Oh, God, these are blooming tight. Anyway, right, so there we go. And then you can just push them onto his back like so. That gets all them out of the way. We're going to take those off there. Bring that down, bring these out and around. Now, as you bring them around, they should, if you can get it to bloody go right, come around and that should just tab in there, I think, something like that. So as you bring that round, so I wonder if it's supposed to do that. Nah, that's silly. Right, so we're going to bring this down and around like so, and then that just sort of tabs in there. Then we open out his feet. Now, I've got to admit, these are super tight, these feet, I'll tell you something. Right, so that goes in there, have a nice click. Rotate those guns upwards. God, Jesus Christ, these are tight. Right, so there we go. So I managed to get that out and turn it around. That's because I just pushed it in earlier. Right, then we've got to rotate these feet out. And again, these are super tight. I can't remember how bloody done these earlier. That's it. I think you've got to do one at a time or something. There we go. But they are super tight. They are so tight. Jesus Christ, you can sit flaying against each other there. Oh, scrape some of the plastic off that. But there we go. Anyway, don't matter to me too much because it's out of sight. Bring those legs down like so. Oh, crikey. Oh, hello. Moving all his legs now. Right, so then we just bring his arms down. Rotate those guns up. And into a better space, like so. Like I said, this figure would have been a lot better, if you want my opinion, if all these joints weren't so super tight. I'd definitely be having a lot more easier time transforming the bloody thing, I'll tell you that now. Right, so anyway, so then once you've got him in a position where you think he doesn't look too bad, you're welcome then to put these back on. And as you can see, you've got a post and a port, and there's a post and a port on here, and they match up. So you stick them back on here, like so. And then we get our little Headmaster dude. Now, this opens up. You can fold this section away, which is covering up his head. That just collapses back into there. We open this top of his head up. We transform our little Headmaster dude. And we just pop him in there. He doesn't really click in, but he does stay there miraculously well. And then we just bring that down, forming into his robot head. And that is Black ZARAK in his amazing robot mode. Like I say, you got the time to really have fun with this, to transform it properly. You'll be amazed at this figure. It is absolutely great. And you can take his shield, you can put that on here. He comes with his nice gun, which does tab into one of those tabs there. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's that little one. Like that. You just push that in there, and then you can close his claw up to make it look like he's holding his gun. We've got a bicep thing here. We've got a little inwards swivel there. I love it. I just think it's great. And he comes with his iconic trident, staff, whatever you want to call it. Again, that does come here. But my one, for some reason, is sort of loose. It doesn't really tab together too well. It falls apart relatively easy, which is a bit annoying. I was thinking of just putting a bit of blue tack on that. It probably stays in his other hand better because, as you can see, the tab isn't in the middle. It's actually over to one side, so it's probably better off in that hand. But there we go. If I could put it into that one just for now, so it gives you some idea. You can just be holding upside down, and there he is with his. Obviously, he could be stabbing someone in the face. Who knows? And that is pretty cool. I like it. It is such a really good figure. Now then, let's do a few size comparisons. Let's bring out one of the people I think he had to face in Master Force, which was Star Saber. As you can see, Star Saber here. This is the Robot Master Star Saber. This is the line I'm trying to build up with these figures. And he is a good size. Now, he's obviously smaller than Black ZARAK, but then again, if you add all the other bits when he's Victory Saber, he's going to be up to it. So that is a great size. I'm really liking that. Who else have we got over it? We've got, I think it's Mech Fans. Is it Mech Fans? The knockoff Iron Factory 6-shot, which is a bit bigger than the Iron Factory one. He's a great size. I love him. This is a good figure. Put him over there. And then we've got a few other little ones dotted about. We've got Galvatron. That's not such a bad size, is it really? Like I said, I'm sure this was supposed to be relatively sort of sized compared to Scorponok out of, I can't remember which one it was now. Probably the Headmaster series, because obviously he was like a big base-sized one. And there's Soundwave. And of course, last but not least, we're going to bring in one other Robot Masters figure, which I always seem to forget to bring out these days, which is Optimus Prime. And as you can see, obviously, Optimus Prime was long dead by the time Black ZARAK turned up. But it's always nice to have him. There we go. Right, I hope you like this review. Sorry if it was a bit finicky in a few places. You know, but that's how I usually do my reviews. Plus, I haven't done a review for absolutely ages. I know it doesn't always seem like that because I'm always sort of like uploading things. Let me transform this guy quickly. Yeah, I'm always uploading things, but that's just because I do loads of videos all at once and everything like that. So yeah, so you know, it's sort of like, yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually did a proper video. It's a while ago. Why are you moving out? I don't want to break the bloody thing. Oh, hello. That seems a bit dodgy, doesn't it? I don't transform this in ages. It feels like I'm going to snap the bloody leg off. Alright, that was alright. What's up with this one? Right, there you go. See, I'll try and do one thing quickly and it all goes wrong. I couldn't get that bloody leg out, but it took me ages to work out how to get it out. It was just stuck. But there we go. There is a world's smallest Fortress Maximus next to Black ZARAK there, and he doesn't look too bad, does he? It makes me wonder, or just think about just how archaic and blocky these old G1 figures were next to some of these. But he still looks good, doesn't he? Eh? Anyway, right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Don't forget you can support my channel using the links below. Don't forget to rate, comment, and everything else you do with videos these days. I hope you liked it. Give yourself a pat on the back if you actually made it to the end of this video. But yeah, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.